Hey, so this is Sam Black with some final thoughts on this Eldrazi deck. Um, so I played one match before I was recording. Well, I had some settings wrong, so there were some technical difficulties, and I had to abandon the first match, which was against Twin. I won the first game, and then my opponent just twin comboed me the next two games. I had an Inquisition. Pastor tapped down a fourth land, so I couldn't Knight of Soul's Betrayal. I drew Inquisition, which couldn't take the Splinter Twin, and then I died. I lost to Twin, lost to Infect, and lost to Affinity. Beat Merfolk with very bad draws, and beat the deck I just played against, Griselbrand. Having a bunch of graveyard hate is nice in a format where sometimes you just play against graveyard decks. As for thoughts on cards and stuff, obviously I mentioned against Affinity that you could splash white and have Stony Silence, which you might notice is awkward with the artifacts that are in the deck, but it wouldn't be unreasonable to board out Relic and Scrabbling Claws, and have a plan that involved abandoning Wasteland Strangler, because it's not easy to get the first thing in their graveyard sometimes anyway. That said, it is certainly kind of awkward, and I think the Hercules Recall plan would be better. Also, with my deck as configured, I can't actually board out any discard. I think I just need all the discard, and I have to hope that they're on a hand that has one threat, and that I can take it to buy enough time to try to win with going big. And I don't think that I can think of myself as an attrition deck. I think I have to just think of myself as Tron, where instead of Pyroclasm to slow them down, I have some discard, and then just try to play some kind of finisher. I don't think it is a winnable matchup, but I did approach it incorrectly. So the Mortuary Mire wasn't great. Every time I drew it, I wish it was Bojuka Bog. It's possible that you just want more of those, and playing more of them might let me cut Scrabbling Claws, which is certainly mediocre. Sorry about being a little blurry here. I would fix it if I knew how. Anyway, yeah, so I could see trimming some of these, and I could see cutting this. I could see playing more bogs. I'm still interested in the Mortuary Mire. I was boarding out the second Ulamog a lot. There's a good chance you don't want both Mortuary Mire and second Ulamog. And Kozilek's Channeler actually looks pretty good. I could see just making the Ulamog a Channeler, or a Conscription. Conscription was also... it gives you a way to end those games against the decks that you're racing, like Affinity and stuff, in a realistic time frame to beat them. It looked good against Merfolk, aside from the fact they had Vapor Snag. I liked having a lot of disfigures. Obviously, I played matchups where it was good, but that did a lot to show me how widely applicable it actually is in this format. The sideboard in general, I used a lot, which was nice. All Is Dust and Void Winnower were not terribly exciting. I don't know if they're... All Is Dust is likely a bad Damnation. Can't think of anywhere offhand where they're playing a... I mean, I guess there's the weird red-white prison type decks, where it's nice to have outs to some random enchantments, but it's definitely not super desirable. Worth noting that this deck is not really good at removing permanents. I guess I have Ulamog. Yeah, if things like Ensnaring Bridge are a concern, second Ulamog is definitely really good. Another consideration is playing Kozilek or Big Ulamog to have a way to reshuffle everything. Overall, I kind of like what this deck's doing. It has a Tron feel, but I think that I was able to sideboard pretty radically into having a lot of reactive spells, which was really nice. You could just kind of become just like a black control deck that feels like a Grave Titan kind of thing, but where the Grave Titans are able to come down fast. And obviously with the next set coming out being an Eldrazi set, it's reasonable to expect some more support. I think new Kozilek is a pretty good option. Can draw up a new hand and then obviously immediately have a lot of answers to something like Path to Exile. So it's definitely a deck to keep in mind when you're reading through the Oath of the Gatewatch spoiler. Be thinking about things that can make this deck even better in Modern. And that is all for now.